Tonight, we're going to learn how to repair your antique gesso frame using materials that you can find at your local hobby store. You're going to need some Loctite glue, some air dry clay, and a variety of tools to sculpt your piece. The first part of this process is replacing any of the existing pieces of gesso that may have broken away that you might have been able to retain. It's important to find where these pieces go and set them with your Loctite glue and build from those pieces. Then simply start building up with your air dry clay. You do want to put a daub of Loctite glue underneath the surface upon which you're going to be building with your air dry clay because once the clay dries, it will release from that surface if it doesn't have the glue to bond it. Then just start sculpting. Build up with that clay in small amounts until you get the right mass for the piece upon which you're working. Work with your fingers, your orange stick, your skewer, and your dental tool to create the lines and organic motions that you're trying to recreate on your antique frame piece. You want to take the time to make sure you're getting the right density and scale so that once you're finished, the piece is going to look like it's always been that way. When using air dry clay, be sure to over mold by about 1/8 of an inch. Air dry clay does shrink as it dries. Once dry, you don't want to have a gap between the original part of your frame and your addition with the air dry clay. So keep moving the clay, keep building the clay, take away what doesn't need to be there, add on what does. That's the beauty of air dry clay. It's very malleable and can be added to and taken away from for quite some time. Once your sculpting is done, you can then wait for your clay to dry. It takes about 24 hours. Once dry, you can sand it smooth. Once it's sanded smooth, you're going to want to use a variety of colors to achieve the original patina that you have on your 100-year-old frame. These gold leaf colors are not a single dimension of paint. So you're going to see me starting out with a deep, dark, antiqued bronze, hitting the highlights with a silver, going back over that with an antique gold, and finishing it off with a gold leaf. Once you're done, your piece and its repairs should be almost indistinguishable from one another. Don't forget with your air dry clay, as you're molding, to get the lines smooth, clean, and organic, you can dip your fingers or your tools into water to get a nice, smooth surface. Practice on a small project, then tackle those big ones.